Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello, Facebook world. Hi. I hope everyone come in. I have some great information for today. Welcome to Mix It Up series with Mary Lenordan. I am the mixologist for Mixed Emotions. So just come on in and let's see. We have some great information to give you today. So let's get started. What is Mixing It Up virtual series? Well, Mixing Emotions applied for a healthy livelihood grant under healthy food assessment and education. So we were awarded. We were super excited about this experience and this project. Who is Mixers in Motion, right? We are a mobile bar and beverage business. We offer full service bar, including alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, bartenders for hire, product marketing, and activation. Again, my name is Mary Lou Norton, and I am the Chief Mixologist for Mixers in Motion, and I am your host for the Mix It Up virtual series. The Mix It Up campaign encouraged residents in the northern West Palm Beach area to increase their water intake per day by including different infused waters as an easy choice of well-being, of course. Due to COVID and the COVID-19, we decided to do the virtual series because we all couldn't get together. So, and we want to be safe. So we are having different demonstrations. We demonstrated smoothies, juicing, and today, of course, we're going to do the healthier tips on alcohol consumption. So let's get in the mix and let's get started, okay? Healthier alcohol consumption. This is my favorite subject, right? I just want to do a quick disclaimer that it's no way that I'm encouraging anyone to drink. However, there are suggestions for anyone over the age of 21, of course, that are choosing healthier alcohol options. Okay, people usually refer to the act of drinking as unhealthy, right? But it doesn't have to be that way. Yes, excessive binge drinking is dangerous, but drinking in moderation does have some surprising health benefits for you. More often than not, when people are trying to be healthy or to lose weight, they cut down on alcohol. Cut down on alcohol. I know I have done that on 100 occasions, so I'm going to have some tips for you. If you're looking for a healthy option while drinking alcohol, occasionally there are a couple of healthy options that we can do and that you can choose from. So let's get started, right? So a couple of options that brands that you can use and that are very healthy for you, and that can help you with your weight loss, or just if you just kind of want to just have something to drink. Let's start with tequila. Tequila is one of my favorite drinks, of course, but tequila has numerous health benefits. It's lower in calories than Smirnoff vodka. It's a natural sugar that is found in tequila, which is agave, which is non-digestible, meaning that it has a lot of fiber in it, and it won't raise your blood pressure, your sugar level. Furthermore, the sugar that is shown to help you lower your cholesterol and can help you lose weight. So tequila has some great benefits, right? Yes, tequila can fit in perfectly with your weight loss plan and enjoy if you enjoy it moderation. Some tips. The standard tequila shot is about an ounce and a half. So I would suggest that you stick within that ounce and a half if you're trying to lose a little weight. But tequila has some great health factors. It also controls your blood sugar and promotes weight loss, like I said. According to the research in the American Chemical Society, the sugar contained in the agave plant help lower your sugar. So it kind of helps you to feel fuller and to eat less. So tequila is a good aid, right? It can also help you sleep. A small amount of tequila reportedly calms your nerves and it relaxes your body and help you with insomnia. I have insomnia sometimes because my mind is always racing, right? I don't know if anybody else's mind is racing, but my mind races often. And sometimes I do take a shot of tequila to kind of calm me down towards the end of the evening, and it works perfectly. So you should give it a try. Another one that is really good is rum. Rum is also it also gives you it has healthy options as well, and it also helps you with your strengthening of your heart. It increases your cholesterol levels in your body. It's good for long life. if you don't overdo it and drink it modestly, you can increase it and it can help increase your lifespan from 2 to 5 years. Now, I did the research and they were talking about how rum actually helps you to increase your lifespan. So I was so shocked and surprised about that. So I was happy to hear I was so happy to hear that rum does that for you. So rum is really a good choice. Rum has proven to enhance mental health in many ways. In moderation, it helps serve as a reducer for anxiety, for example. So when I found that out, I was like, wow, some people really deal with anxiety. So just in moderation, they say that rum actually helps calm you down. It keeps your body warm. Rum, if you're freezing, rum has a tendency to keep you warm. So rum lovers swear by the delicious drink and challenges it and love to drink it in extreme cold weather. Here in Florida, it gets kind of hot. So when we don't really drink a lot of, if you don't drink a lot of rum outside, you're going to be sweating. But in colder environments, people do drink rum. So it's just another great way, healthy tip for you to drink. And rum is also that. Whiskey, right? Whiskey. One serving of whiskey contains antioxidants, excuse me, I'm trying to talk here, as a glass of wine. So trying to take a shot of whiskey, it helps prevent cold and fights off your different diseases, your different colds inside. So whiskey is good for that. Also, it lowers your health heart. According to multiple studies, a glass of whiskey a day can help reduce your risk of your heart disease and heart failure. I got this from the study of Harvard in a moderation amount. So definitely is a natural protection of your heart disease. So whiskey is also that. Now in moderation, people, in moderation. Red wine. In the end, all wine converts to sugar, which isn't good for you. However, red wine particularly does have some fantastic health benefits. Red wine is known for to lower bad cholesterol in your system. And there's some different wines you can get that are very very good for you, that you can in moderation can help you be, you can actually get some good health benefits from it. Not only does it regulate your cholesterol level, but it also keeps you the healthy heart. Um, however, it should be remembered that heavy drinking damages your heart. So I wouldn't just go all full blast with drinking red wine. So just a glass of wine would be fine. It also reduces depression. Studies say that in middle age and elderly people show that drinking moderate amount of alcohol daily keeps them away, keeps depression away. People who drink red wine are less likely to be depressed than people who don't. So they say people who drink red wine are less apt to be depressed. So a lot of these studies are really good to look at. So when you get an opportunity, you should check them out. It also has positive effects on your digestive system. So red wine is good for H. pylori, reduce stomach acid in your stomach. Also, excessive drinking of alcohol can have a number of negative effects to your body. So you just want to be careful that you don't go into too much and be excessive with drinking. However, it doesn't mean that you can't indulge in drinking on your favorite red wine once in a while. Ideally, a 1.5 glasses of wine a day for a woman and 1 to 2 glasses of wine per day for men. So, however, this should be your total drinking limit and not for just wine alone. So that should be your total limit with drinking wine. I wouldn't suggest that you just drink wine all the time, everywhere. I would just basically try to just do it in moderation. Let's see here. I have a couple of questions going on, but we'll catch those questions at the end. Champagne. It increases your sex drive. Okay, people, this is not for the children, but champagne is another one that is really, really good. It increases your sex drive. It just doesn't allow you to be just feeling very buzzed all the time. And when you get really when you start drinking a lot, you start becoming buzzed, and then you start losing your energy. and the blood flow from your arousal. So champagne, on the other hand, allow you to feel it effect much quicker without sapping your energy. So, people drink champagne, they get a little giggly or whatever. Champagne does that for you. Champagne also improves your health heart. Like red wine and white wine, champagne can also be good for your heart. Made with both red and white grapes, it contains the same uh, antioxidants which prevent damages from your blood vessels, reduces bad cholesterol, and prevent blood clots. So champagne is also another one that is really, really good and healthy for you in moderation. It will keep you sharp. Research study from the University of Columbia has shown that champagne contains protein that benefits the short-term memory. I do remember that sometimes I do forget. I am sort of forgetful at times, but if you drink some champagne, they say that University of Columbia study says that it will help you with your short-term memory. It boosts your moods, right? Champagne boosts your mood. You also can be feeling kind of low sometimes, but if you take a sip of champagne, it definitely helps bring your mood. You start becoming feeling a little bit better. Also, champagne is low in calories. I guess champagne contains fewer calories. It's 80 calories, and a red and white wine actually is 120 calories per glass per serving. So just take a look at that. But just if you drink, don't drink the whole bottle. Okay, a glass of champagne would be just fine, but don't drink the whole bottle. The whole bottle is a lot more calories. Um, it also lowers diabetes. There's a study in 2009 in Canada shows that all wine, including sparkling wine and champagne, also lower the risk of contracting diabetes as well by 13%. Now, I went through all of that to show you that there are some good health benefits when you're talking about different wines and different liquors, right? So now we're going to go into the tips of healthier alcohol consumption. Okay, when you're at a bar, like I've been a bartender for years now, I would say at least six or more. I started taking it seriously probably about 4 years ago, and just started riding out with it. But as I tell you this, I try to make sure that when a customer comes in, and when I'm dealing with one of my customers or my favorites that come in, I automatically just do things for them, so they don't even know that I'm trying to do this for them, so they won't become so inebriated in the beginning of our interaction. So let's talk about this. So if you're going to the bar, if you're going to out to eat, if you're going to dinner, or not going to dinner, if you're getting ready to go out to an event or whatever, the best thing to do if you know you're going to have alcohol, eat first, right? By the time most people are getting into happy hour, they are starving. So you're working all day, you're running around, you're trying to say, okay, I need to catch and try to catch this happy hour. I'm starving, right? So order a veggie platter first, or some hummus, or some pita bread, so you can just get some fiber in you and some proteins in you before you start getting your first drink. Okay, and make sure you're eating enough. So not just the fact that when you first get there you do an appetizer, maybe you need to order a dinner as well, so you can make sure that you're going to be fully full. If you are still hungry after your appetizer, order a regular meal, okay? And you're likely to be more satisfied. So instead of you going in, just diving straight in and say, hey, can I get a vodka and coke, or can I get a vodka and cranberry? Stop for a second and just eat first, because you already been running around all day. The last time you probably ate was about 1 o'clock, and that's not going to be good, right? So you want to make sure that you want to eat first, and then you want to eat enough. That's what's going to help you as well. The next thing you want to do is rest before and after. Don't drink after physical activities or after a night of poor sleeping. If you know that you had insomnia a whole night and you didn't have a chance to get any good rest, and you didn't go to sleep until about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, don't drink that next day. And be sure to get a good amount of sleep before the night of drinking. When you were back in your 20s, you were able to do that. But now that you are up there in age like me, in our 40s, that just does not help anymore. So you want to make sure that you get a good amount of sleep and before you have a night of drinking. Pay attention to your location, right? Take into the account of your environment. Just making sure that if you're outside or if you're in a beer garden or if you're outside, most likely you're going to be dehydrated because you do a sweating. So you know how Florida is. We sit outside, we're not by the water. Sometimes it just becomes so humid, and you're drinking, and you're not consuming enough water. So you want to make sure that you're hydrating yourself during this situation. Which brings me to the next point, which is hydrate yourself. Pace yourself with H2O. Water is going to be so important. It's easier to pound down 2 to 3 drinks quickly, especially during a long day. So I've had these experiences where as soon as my customer comes in, as soon as they come to the bar, as soon as they come there, I'm saying hi, how you doing, how's your day going? I'm sitting there in a napkin and I automatically give them that water. I watch them. I watch to make sure that they're in between drinks, they are drinking that water. And if they don't, I kind of just push into them and say, hey, you need to make sure you hydrate during this time because I know you had a long day. And then I'm like, yeah, Mary, go, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So I always look out first with my customers. I always make sure that they are paying attention and I'm pushing that water to them in between drinks because when they sit down, they've had a long day and they're just taking it in and they're not even really paying attention because sometimes they're just being social. So you want to make sure that you are hydrating yourself. Just making sure that you have a big glass of water with lemon, sparkling water in between your drinks. I think that those are really some great tips. So making sure that, starting eating first, right? Making sure you're eating enough. That's a good, make sure if you get an appetizer and you're still hungry, make sure you are eating enough, okay? Rest before and after. If you know you got a good big party coming up, listen, rest is so important. So don't do it the next day if you're going to be binging and you haven't even had an ample amount of sleep, okay? Pay attention to your location. If you're outside, which everything is going on with COVID, most likely more events are being held outside. And it's hot, humid here in Florida. Why don't you just what? You are going to need to hydrate yourself, which brings me to pacing yourself with water. So in between drinks, get your glass of water going on. And I know I do that often, of course, with my customers when they come in, and I'm making sure that, hey, I'm pushing that water to them. Say, hey, yeah, everything's great. We're having a great day. We're having a great time. The music is going, and I'm pushing that water. Hey, I didn't see you drink that water. The water is still there. And then, oh, man, no, yeah, let me get some water in. Yeah, because it's going to help you in the long run. Some more healthier tips, right? Tips to healthier alcohol consumption. Know your limit and plan ahead. It's so important to know your limits. I know my limits now that I'm 43, and you should know your limits as well. It's so important to know when to say yes and when to say no. When to tell that person, no, we're not doing no more shots. I'm done with doing shots. I'm done. And I want to move on from that. So again, know your limit. Plan ahead. Know what you're going to do or how you're going to get home. So we'll talk more about that. Eat food before and while you're drinking. Like I said before, get your appetizer, and then get your full meal going on. And of course, you can have a glass of wine with your steak or with your salmon or white wine or something like that if you pair up. But just also make sure that you're eating as well. Sip your drink slow. When we're in an atmosphere where you're drinking with your friends, sometimes you do forget that you need to pace yourself. So I'm just suggesting that you take your time to pace yourself to sip. That's why sometimes I like to order something a little bit more stronger. So it would just remind my taste buds that, hey, this is not an easy drink to come down. I need to just relax a little bit. I need to chill. I need to, if I take a 1738, I know good and well that I'm going to sip on that the whole time. So just get something that you know you're going to sip on and just take your time. Plan ahead for transportation. Don't drink and drive, people. It's so important. and you will get in trouble. It's against the law. So don't drink and drive. Have a plan. Have your friends there. There are some friends that don't drink a lot. So you want to make sure that you get with those friends and say, hey, you're my designated driver. You're not my designated driver, or you take an Uber, or you have somebody to come pick you up. So drinking and driving, don't do it. It's not good. It won't help you, and you can get in a lot of trouble, and it's against the law. Um, also, avoid drinking games. People, that's the worst. Don't avoid those at all costs, right? Don't go in there drinking these games and thinking you're going to be the tough man and you're going to take all these shots and you're going to leave there standing. It can happen, and I've seen the biggest ones, the biggest giants themselves fall from that. So don't interact yourself with different games when it comes down to that. Just take a look at that and just be like, you know what, I'm not going to interact. I'm going to watch y'all. So I don't myself as a bartender, as a mixologist, I don't really involve myself in the different games, but I have seen people do that and they crash and it's hilarious. So you don't want to be the one that they're laughing at. So also don't mix alcohol with energy drinks. You just have to be careful with that because it's still going to take you into a high moment. And then also drinking with on medication, you just want to be very careful with that. If you're taking a certain type of medication, you don't want to be drinking alcohol or consume those together. Now, we have a couple of, I have, there are a couple of diets that you can use that I can give you guys a couple of tips as well. But I'm going to talk about the keto diet, the keto diet. And the keto diet is a low carb and high fat diet. There are alcohols that you can actually drink while you're on this diet. Actually, there are a lot of different diets, but this is the one that seems to be more popular, and this is the one I have done in the past, and it has worked for me. These are the alcohols that you could actually drink on the keto diet. It's rum, vodka, gin, tequila, whiskey, all contains no carbs, right? In addition, light beer and wine can be relatively in low carbs. So because keto is a low carb diet, you can definitely rum is low carb, has no carbs, vodka has no carbs, gin has no carbs, tequila has no carbs, and whiskey has no carbs. So these beverages can be drinking straight or a combination with a low mixture of flavors. Now, I suggest that when you are doing your beverages, and if you are drinking something with low carbs, to take the opportunity to sip it straight, or if you can't handle it sipping it straight, then you get a low carb mixture, which I will bring you to my next point. Low carb mixtures, watch out for drinks that go into juices and soda and sweeteners and energy drinks. Those sweet drinks, let me tell you, you can get headaches for days for that and hangovers really, really quickly. So they turn into carb-free drinks and high-calorie carb bombs. So you want to stay away from the juices, the sodas, the sweeteners, and the energy drinks if you're trying to drink healthier. Instead, option low-carb mixtures like diet soda. I've started drinking. I don't drink diet sodas as much anymore. I just really drink a lot of carbonated drinks like seltzer water or club soda. So you can add those in there, or sugar-free tonic water is good. Celsius, soda water, those are very, very good. I just suggest that you take that opportunity, that time to use those as a low carb mixture. Just kind of cut out all of the pineapple, the cranberry, the orange juice, all of the juicy drinks, and just get into something a little bit that's either straight or a combination. Now, this is something that's kind of hard to get into because you want a Cosmo, you want a margarita, you want a Bloody Mary, but you can't have those things when you're trying to drink healthier. Okay, you got to cut those things out. So again, let's recap a little bit. We talked about eating first, eating enough, making sure that you're resting on the day of, before or after you are out with your friends. Pay attention to your location. Like I said, if you're outside, making sure you're hydrated as much. Pace yourself with H2O, with water, right? And also, when you're drinking, if you're on the keto diet or any diet itself, if it's a low carb, high fat diet, rum, vodka, gin, tequila, whiskey, All of those do not contain any carbs at all. So you would be very, very good and stay on your diet with that. And also just to let you know, like club soda is and vodka is zero on the keto diet. So it's zero counts on that. So you will be very, very surprised at how good that is. Again, I just wanted to share with you some healthier tips, some things that I thought that were interesting to know. Again, like what we were talking about, tequila, of course, is very good. It has great health benefits, and we talked about rum. We talked about whiskey as well. So and we talked about red wine. We talked about champagne. Those are very, very good. Have very good health benefits. Thank you so much all for joining me with the Mixes in Motion virtual series. Has been so amazingly fun. I think we have a few questions, and I'm just going to answer a few questions alone. Hi Rita. Rita Burns, hi, how are you? So glad to see you there. Latasha, hi Latasha, hello. I just wanted to say, Charlotte, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you for saying hi. Um, Victoria, hi, how are you? Hi, everyone. Just see if I have any questions. I don't see any questions so far. No questions. And I'm so glad and have thank you all so much for joining me with the Mixes in Motion virtual series. This has been such an amazing experience for me. I am definitely going to be coming back to do another series, just in general, just coming back and just saying, hey, we're going to come back and we're going to introduce some different tips and some different tricks for you, some different wine and shine events. I'm going to talk about some different wines, white wine, red wines, rosé, a little bit of prosecco. We're going to do some amazing events. I'm going to have a whole conversation on tequila, a whole conversation on vodka. So again, I can't wait to come back and to tell you more about it. Um, you can find us if you want to look back at some of the videos. We have a Facebook page and we have an Instagram page, and it's all Mixtures in Motion. And that's our Facebook and Instagram page. And again, our fourth series was the first one was learning the signs of dehydration and health benefits of drinking infused water. Our second one was about juicing, raw juicing, and I'm going to actually be doing that again, but I'm excited about that as well. We did a smoothie roll call. I did some different healthy smoothie options, and we clicked the great blender. And the last one, which we did, which was tonight, we jumped into the mix and we discussed tips on healthier alcohol consumption. Again, I just want to thank everyone who participated. If you had any questions, you can actually put them in a comment. I would love, love, love to answer them for you. Again, our website is www.mixturesemotions.com. You can see me on these different platforms as well. Again, my name is Mary Lou Norton, and it's been a pleasure being your host with the Mix It Up campaign. And I am the chief mixologist for Mix It Emotions. Thank you all so much for taking this journey with me on the virtual series, and I will see you soon. Thank you, and have a fabulous evening.